Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Major reasons why average looking men still win with women. And you know what, this is something I stay on because look, let me start out from the beginning. Yes, looks matter. Yes, looks matter. Okay? You know why they matter? Because everything matters with women. Every single thing. They check out the whole entire package. And you know, there's a lot of guys, they say, well, I don't look like that Chad or Tyrone. Okay, so you join 99% of other men on the planet. Let's just be real with that. Let's just be real. Like even some of the men who women are calling handsome and stuff, at best they might be above average, slightly above to above average, but not at like that drop dead gorgeous thing. So, and even then, a lot of women ain't tripping over it to that extent. Yeah, they want to be able to look at you, but only a small percentage of women want a guy who's just drop dead gorgeous. And usually what I found with every single one of them is A, they very young, or they like got some mental health issues. And I'm serious, I ain't trying to clown them, but you'll find that they definitely little girls. When you deal with grown women, quality women, yeah, they want to be able to look at you so you can't be busted. And I'm going to get into that in a second. But you still got to have other traits. You can't just be a one-trick pony. And I've said this several times. Indeed, that's why I was doing those handsome man videos, because there were a lot of handsome men. It was one of the few times I was responding to a demand who was still having trouble. They were called handsome and they were still having trouble because you got to have more. And I'm going to stick on that. That's always my main thing, because what's the thing I talk about? Being a sovereign man. You ain't going to be sovereign just because you got good genetics and you look good. First of all, men hit walls too. So when, you might be the man when you're 20. Are you going to be that when you're 50? I mean, other than some Hollywood movie stars, and you know, think about it with them. You're talking about some millionaires who got personal trainers, nutritionists, and really a financial incentive to stay in shape. Hell, that's easy, but we talking guys, even professionals, got people making money. They don't have time to work out like that. They don't have time to really be, you know, they can still keep themselves clean and everything, but they ain't gonna have all of that. So the average man out here still, though, can still win. It's not over. Anybody says it's over, you need to go outside. And it's very simple. It's very simple. Now, I said I was going to talk about that looks thing. You still want to fix up. Anybody can get a haircut. Anybody can get a haircut. If you're making a little bit of money, just a little bit of money, you can get your teeth fixed. You can get your teeth fixed. You can still hit the gym, which will still affect your face, depending. And even if it don't, here's something with that. Women like different things. All women don't like that square jaw thing, you know? And it's not universal, despite what everybody want to say. You go some places, the men got rounder faces and they get into play. In fact, I even said something that said an oval shaped face is the most pronounced. So it's like, come on now. But whatever the case, whatever, you still fix up. But let's say, okay, you ain't a fashion model. Okay, isn't that over? You know what the most that really means? The most that really means is you probably won't be that dude who, you know, with some game who getting like one night stands on a consistent basis. But if you average looking, you that guy, if you get the other stuff together, you can actually get a quality woman, probably a better woman. Because then you know this woman is looking at the bigger picture. She's looking at the bigger picture. She's looking at everything even more. Like I say, you get those women focused just on looks, they always got some issue. Because women in general, first of all, yes, they care about your physicality, but they also care about that emotional connection. Now, what does the average looking guy do? He's just fixing up everything else. He's fixing up to the best extent possible. He's still going to be clean. He can still dress. Yeah, I mean, it's very simple. I've talked about that several times. Okay, he's done all that. Okay, what are his mental traits? See, that's where it's important. I don't care what you look like. See, a lot of people, for some reason, too many men, they focus just on the outside. Even when I talk about body game, what I say, that's just a foundation. That gets them over there. You still got to have a level of aggression. You still got to have a level of assertiveness. You still got to be that man who has a backbone. That's not dependent on what your facial features are. Because let's be real, when people are talking about the looks and stuff, they just solely focus on the facial features, not even the rest. Even when I talk about body game, I say, hey, it don't matter. But no, everything matters. And even if you talk about height, that's still physical. And even there, women just really more concerned about being a man. Most women want a man taller than them. But yeah, I don't mean you have to be like 6 feet. If the woman 5 feet and you 5'5", you good to go. And yes, I know some women say, well, I gotta have 6 feet. Little girl. Remember what I said before, leave the little girls alone. Deal with the women who realistic, all right? So, okay, that physical thing out of the way. What type of man are you? What type of sovereignty do you have? Do you have your own spot? Do you drive a car? Do you have a fucking job? Do you have a plan for the future? Are you that man who's gonna be wimpy if a woman say, well, I believe this, and you like, yes, dear, and or you gonna be that man gonna look at her and say, that was some whacked out shit you just said. Seriously, if it calls for it, he ain't like he gotta be mean, but she still want a man, and plus, is he gonna be a leader? What that gotta do with how you look? Seriously, you still gotta have all the intangibles. The average looking men who win, they always gonna have the intangibles. Because I've talked to women, they'll say, you know, yeah, he went all that, but he's this, he's that, he boom, boom, boom. They listening. They saying, yeah, he still dressed well. Yeah, he's still bold. Yeah, he's still masculine. Let me talk about that. Looks and masculinity don't match. They don't match. You can look good, but if you coming off as effeminate to a woman, all she just gonna do is call you gay. In fact, a lot of women do that. The guy look too good to him, or the guy looking like he's too pretty. They gonna question his manhood. You got some heterosexual guys, like some heterosexual pretty boys, who say they've run into that problem. You still gotta be a man though. And see, that hits women at the deepest level, just being a man, standing up for what you believe in, going out conquering, doing your thing, speaking up when you're supposed to. Like, no, it don't have the same effect as like, it don't have the same initial effect as a woman just seeing you and thinking you cute. But that's one of those ones that's a slow building fire. And ultimately, you should have that right away anyway. Because see, here's a problem if a woman wants you too quickly. She got high expectations. She got high expectations. And she got an idea how it should go. But what if it don't go that way? Then she's looking at you crazy. Many men can attest to that. Just can attest to like meeting a woman, everything's good, but then something happened, and all of a sudden the woman ghosting them. It happens a lot. You got to develop the other stuff. Because even if you meet the woman, even if she think you drop dead gorgeous, okay, how do you keep her? The looks don't keep her. Because when she get used to it, then what? Yeah, you got pretty eyes, your hair's great, even, you know, facial features. Okay, she like it, all right. Then what? See, work on the other stuff. Regardless of how you look, really, work on it. You know, work on your sovereignty. Like every man should be working on his basic sovereignty. Notice I said basic sovereignty. Work on your basic sovereignty, no matter what. You know, you need to have your spot. You need to be working for your spot. You need to be hitting the gym, not even for aesthetics, but just to keep yourself, give yourself the energy to do what you got to do. And you don't have to hit the gym, do some calisthenics, walking, whatever. You need to stay active. Masculine energy is active. You know, be able to have a conversation. Social skills is great. What good is it you look a certain way, but you can't talk to the woman? And I've had guys get in my comments and say that. They say they got some social anxieties or something. You got to deal with that. But if you that man who you develop, here's the problem line. Develop every single thing that you have direct control over. You got, like your physical appearance, you got some control over your body build and how you groom yourself. You got some control over it, you know? Or how you fix your teeth, you got control over it. Like basic bone structure, nah. But you got control over how your fat like distributes itself over your body by working out. So you got control over that. You got control of how you dress. Then you got control over your behavior. You got 100% control over that. You know, are you going to be that type going to be whiny, or are you going to be that type like, okay, I see this problem, I'm going to take care of it. Even your voice tone. You can practice speaking in an authoritative manner with a deeper voice. You just practice it. You practice Practice something for a minimum 21 days, 90 days, then a maximum 90 days, you'll see a change. You just practiced it, practice. You got control over so much. See, the average looking man, he'll still win because he'll accept whatever he got and just keep going. He ain't worried about it. He say, it's something to joke about. I say, you know, I ain't no fashion model. You even get some guys who, some people will say, well, you know, they got a below average face. That's how they win. They say, you know what? This is who I am. I'm gonna keep going anyway. See, ultimately for a man, you gotta conquer. You can't have any excuses. Fight for what you can control. Modify what you can control. There's some things you can't control. Like even, I'm gonna tell you what, even your height, you can still exercise control. A lot of it is how you stand. What kind of posture do you have? Are you like this when you walk, or you standing up, your shoulders are back or everything? That'll make you look taller. That'll make you look taller. So you even got some control over that. You can still add to something, how you hold your head. I don't care what your height, like I say, even your height. And in fact, shoot, you can do some stretching exercises or something, or watch, like, because even with your height in the morning, you at your tallest in the very early morning. But then during the rest of the day, you can lose up to a half an inch, up to usually like maybe a centimeter or something. That's because your gravity is compressing your spine and everything. So even that, shoot, if you walk taller, stretch, everything, you can even like modify that to an extent. So you got control over it. That's how they win. That's how they win. They don't worry about the rest. They just fix them. They fight for what they modify what they can, and the rest they just say it is what it is. Just live with it. All right. So anyway, and well, here's a final word on that. They're confident in what they're doing. And you know what? I need to do that in a separate video. It isn't that cliche. They just believe in themselves. They comfortable with themselves, whatever it is. I'll leave it at that. All right. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Get back with y'all later. Peace and blessings.